3, 2, 1. Hey, what up, everybody? I'm here with Steven.
What's up?
Just wanted to change it up a little bit, start in the reverse. I am Pedro. We're two mics and some theories. Haven't said that in a while. Today, home is a place of safety, of security. And sometimes the worst things that can happen is having that security stolen, taken away, plundered, robbed, stolen. So home robberies. What do you have, Steven?
I agree. No, I don't agree.
What way you agree to having your security stolen?
Let me back up.
No. It's fine, Shay. Speak your truth. Go off, Queen.
Home robberies are not real anymore.
Whoa. All right. Well, what do you mean?
All
what
right.
do you mean?
So this is what I was thinking. Do they even happen anymore? That's what I want to know.
Okay, I'm inclined to say no, but I feel like you're going somewhere. Go on.
No, I agree. I don't think they happen anymore. I think technology has evolved too much where like it's not worth it for thieves to try and break into houses anymore.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
I mean, every time you would see movies or any type of show, and then they would come in and you can see like where they actually took stuff. Like they took the TV, they took all that stuff. But literally, in any house, all the TVs are mounted onto the wall now. I feel like if you're going to do a break-in, get in, get out type of deal, you're not going to spend time trying to unscrew the TV from the wall.
Mm-hmm.
In every movie, that's like the big ticket item. They would take your TV. I mean, I'm pretty sure they can take jewelry and money, but that can happen anywhere. So it's not like...
And the jewelry and money is more of... You don't really know if it's going to be there or not. And even if you do know that it's there, you would have to know where to find it. Whereas a TV, you know, for the most part, that every house used to have a TV, or actually still does have a TV somewhere in the house. So the TV is almost the one item you know you're guaranteed to have.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't know the quality of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the jewelry is, maybe they have it, maybe they don't. But even if they do have it, then I still have to look for it. And even then, if I do find it, if it's in a safe or if it's somewhere hidden or secret, I don't even know if I can get to it.
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, the only thing that I can think of that would have actual value would be like a hard drive, but that's even if you know how to get into it.
But that,
but more like personal value, where like you would actually care about losing that.
Right.
But everything that you can come, like if you were casing a house to try and come up or fence things, I mean, when you can take the silverware, you can't take the portrait pictures on the that are hanging on the wall. It's not like most houses are gonna have super expensive art pieces.
You trying to hit a spot?
Okay.
I'm just wondering. I'm just trying to see.
I started watching This Is a Robbery on Netflix about the Stewart Gardner Museum. There's a name in front of it. I just can't remember. Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum that got robbed.
Yes. The infamous paintings that got stolen. The Manet. There wasn't a Van Gogh. The one portrait of Rembrandt.
Uh-huh.
The Rembrandt portraits. Yes. The old classicals that got stolen. Mistaken. Was it the police? 2 police walk in there, tie him up. But who did it? Was it them? Was it an inside job? Who knows? No, I don't know. I just saw the first one.
I barely finished the first one too.
I just saw the first one.
So I was thinking how they just got in so easily and how that wouldn't work now.
Well, it was also the
at
time...
least for homes, because I was watching it on my TV.
Yeah,
it's mounted onto the wall. I'm like, ain't nobody coming in to take this shit. But and I don't have jewelry, so ain't nobody gonna take. I don't have many things. Didn't take my shoes. It's fine. I got them all for free, basically.
Mm-hmm. And then that happened in 90... Was it 92?
84?
84?
I want to say 84.
Something like...
St. Patrick's Day, March 18th of 84.
I want to say it's 92. It's either in between 84 and 92.
I would remember because I would have related more to it if it was 92. Because I'm like, oh, I was born that year. Shit. I was only a couple months old.
Damn, you old. All right, anyway.
If it was 92, you weren't even born yet.
Oh, when I was watching that, yeah, it was also the time there wasn't that many security cameras, and I guess I want to say
were trash. The
Yeah.
VHS tapes.
And even if there were, you couldn't really get that much info out of them, especially if they're wearing disguises, which in this case, it seems like, at least from the first episode that they were, they had some kind of disguises on. And then it also, like, from the first episode, it's potential, like, mafia involved. And then for those pieces that they took, I'm assuming that they had a buyer lined up or they knew where to sell it. Because just taking them, like if me and you were to just take some, we went to France or Europe and took some art pieces that were made by, we took the Van Goghs, we took them. But then what can we really do with them unless we have some private buyer lined up or some seedy connections to the art underworld where we could sell them? Because if I took it right now, I would not know what to do with it other than hang it up in my own private collection or house.
Yeah, I don't know. There had to be some rich dude that literally just wants it for his own private collection. But then also too, they said something at the end of that first episode. That's probably not the case, because then once they announced that they were doing that $1 million reward, they would just turn their backs on the dude. Got paid twice.
Yeah, those rewards, I always wonder if the people get paid. I feel like they wouldn't want to pay it because you know how they said $1 million for information that'll lead us to that. How are they going to distinguish whether they got that, like how helpful it was? Like if I told them, hey, I think he's in this house and he ends up being in the house next to it, do I still get the reward? I would assume yes, but if they really wanted to be dicks, they can be like, you told us this house, he was in the other house, so we're not giving you shit. If they really wanted to be very nitpicky about it.
Well, in order for that to work, I don't know, maybe like on a smaller scale, like when you see those posts on those electrical poles, like $500 reward to find their missing chihuahua. Have you ever heard of any stories of people actually paying up? If it doesn't happen on a smaller scale, I don't think it happened in a bigger scale like that. Yeah,
that's what I would assume, that they just, I mean, it's nice to have out there, and maybe they do give it out, but I would think not.
Would it count as taxable income?
It would be a private donation, technically, right?
I don't know. Would you want to get paid out $1 million and have to pay taxes on that?
Yes, because it's free money.
True.
Even if they tax me half of it, which would suck, I still have $500,000 more than
what am
zero.
I saying? What am I saying? I'm fucking, yeah.
Nah, what the hell? I'm not trying to get taxed. Keep the $1 million. Fuck that.
Fuck that.
So that's how the whole robbery connection happened?
I have the Citizen app where it tells you all, like, people can report crimes, and mainly I just look on it for accidents because they post sometimes some pretty gruesome videos.
Is it accurate to say the time? Does it say at 7 something this happened? Okay.
But at least the times that I've been on it, I don't see anything about home invasions or break-ins. I feel like that would happen or I have heard it on the news, but that's more for like famous people.
What's the most common one you see around your area that you've noticed?
Car break-ins.
See, same thing with the cars. I wouldn't know, like, I mean, I can assume from movies and shows and games, like, where more or less you would take it to some specific vehicle or some high-end vehicle and take it to a chop shop and then get paid for those pieces. Not
even car thefts, just break-ins where they, like,
rummage
through your stuff. But even then, that's dumb. I mean, what are you going to find? Glasses?
In the, let's say, 60s to 80s, what would they expect to find? I would assume wallets. That people would just leave their wallets in there and just have cash. But even then, that's kind of... you're kind of reaching there. They might have it, they might not. There's no really guarantee that you'll get anything. Unless you physically see it. Kind of when iPods first came out, and some people would just leave their iPods on the dash. If you can physically see it, then I can see you're more inclined to break the window, and then get it and take it. But if you don't see it, then you're pretty much gambling. I'm taking this risk in hopes of getting something, but I have no guarantee that I'll get anything.
That's with anything too, though.
or trying to say it's a metaphor for life. That sometimes we just break into life, not expecting to know what to find.
Yeah, sure. That's a good one.
Wait, what do you mean? That's with anything? You mean like thefts in in general? Yeah. Well, yeah. Unless you're going for something specifically, like in the Netflix show when they targeted those art pieces, home robberies. Unless you know what you're gonna get, unless you're going for something specific, it's kind of it's a gamble.
Also, who keeps cash in the house?
Yeah,
who keeps cash at all?
Large amounts of cash at home. I guess other criminals, but other than that, people who wouldn't want their cash to be inside a bank or to know how much you really have in a bank. But for the most part, I think most people have their money in a bank.
Yeah, if they want the value of their dollar to keep going down, I'd keep it in the bank too.
Or put it in Bitcoin. You want to see it exponentially grow. Dogecoin on the rise.
Dodge or Doge?
I don't know. I say it wrong. I'll say it wrong on purpose. Dogecoin. Hold the line.
I don't think that's what they say for Doge.
Now they do. Hold the line.
It's to the moon.
All right. Let me ask you a question. And it's not what you think it is. So the question that I asked, don't go off of the first thing you think of. Okay. And you'll understand once I ask the question.
Okay.
All right. I'll say one more thing. Don't think it's not the first thing you think of.
Okay.
All right. Now I'm going to ask you. All right. What do you know about role-playing? I saw the smirk. It's not what you think it is. It's not what you think it is.
Just LARPing? Like live action roleplay?
Okay, that's a type of roleplay. Yeah. That's a type of roleplaying.
I think it's cool. It's basically Halloween, but year round.
Yeah. When I first heard about LARPing specifically, I thought of the Confederate things when they would like pretend to do like reenact like Civil War things. Mm-hmm. There's that. There's like the more fiction ones where it's like kings and like knights, and they're not real swords, but they're might be ceramic or even like hard plastic, and they fight each other. And in those like battle scenes, there's certain rules. Mm-hmm. Kind of like if I hit you with my sword across the chest, then you have to pretend to be dead. Mm-hmm. And that's where the LARPing, the roleplay comes into play, where you have to follow those rules and you have to pretend like you're dead. And then there's the online kind of role-playing. Have you heard of anything online?
Like catfishing or...
Oh, I guess that's
or like that Delphine, whatever her name is.
Belle Delphine?
Yeah, that girl.
Oh, that's cosplay.
That's what it's called.
Kind of. That's more in picture form. Well, it doesn't have to be picture. That's more she's like dressing up as a certain character to appear to be that character. Or she could kind of act like them, but it's more like... Yeah, I guess that kind of counts as... I think it only counts as roleplay if you're out and about interacting with like other people. Because cosplay is more you're dressing up. Roleplay is more you're acting it. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she cosplays it. So she'll dress up like a bunny or like a certain TV show, game, or some kind of character. Mm-hmm. And she usually just takes a picture. Maybe even like a quick video. Very specific video. If you join her account, you get all access for $4.99. If you want to get the premium version, it goes up to $10.99. If you want full access, it's $25.99 a month. Anyway, all right. So, have you played a game called GTA?
Yes.
What do you know about it?
You steal cars, shoot people, do missions, run people over. I don't know. I feel like you're fishing for an answer.
I'll tell you what I mean right now. Like, it's nice that you brought in the robbery thing in the beginning. I didn't expect you to bring it, but it was going to tie into what I was going to talk about. But GTA, I'm assuming... Have you ever played the story? Mm-hmm. Oh, you did? I've never played the story.
Really?
I've never done the story.
Well, which GTA are we talking about?
So the one I know about is... There's Vegas. There's San Andreas. There's... I think those are... Is there a Miami one? Mm-hmm. There's a Miami one. Those are the only ones I've know about. The only one that I've played is San Andreas.
Okay. I've played most of them, but the story mode I've done is San Andreas.
The full story.
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah. I've never done the story. It was always, let's get on GTA 5. Just do two things. Mess around with the cheat codes. Let's get a tank. Let's get a helicopter. Fly around, kind of walk around, see the city. If you go to certain areas, there's people like the people start to attack you. So then take out your guns and start shooting them. Or the classic, let's get 5 stars, run away and see who gets caught first.
No, that we used to play that too. But I did it twice. One with cheat codes and one time without cheat codes. All the way through. I just had to brag real fast. Quick flex.
Okay. Did the cheat codes significantly help when you were...
Yeah, because I would run out of bullets and I would just do the cheat code for more ammo and then I just keep on shooting.
That's right. You can instant heal as well, right?
Yeah, and if I was about to die,
that's right.
Fucking full life armor, and yeah, it was so easy.
Yeah, I remember.
Especially in the car. If the car was all jacked up, well, let me fix the car real fast.
yeah, that's right.
I had unlimited money. It's the best.
Okay, so that's perfect. Then you're familiar with like the mechanics and like how everything, the rules of that world, of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like how you take out the guns and like all that stuff. Perfect. All right. You're familiar with what we talked about, robberies and...
I know where you're going with this.
All right, where am I going with this?
With the GTA worlds that people have been streaming where everyone's like their own character and then they've been like doing weddings. There's cops that are actually patrolling the city as cops, arresting people. Are you talking about that?
Yes, but more specifically, okay, so let me keep narrowing it down. So there's different servers with different worlds.
Uh-huh.
So yes, all of that, yes. But there's also like there's certain servers that are free where you could go into, make your own character, and you're pretty much role playing your character. You don't have to, but most people do. And then there's one specifically that I'm talking about called NoPixel.
NoPixel. Is that the one with all the famous people? Like all the famous influencers that get on it?
I don't know if it's the one I'm talking about is more for streamers.
Yeah, like the few videos that I've seen, there are. I mean, they're mainly influencers, but they're doing it on Twitch.
Right.
So I don't know if it's
maybe. Where'd you saw it on YouTube? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy Mike, the dude that's on Logan Paul's podcast, the co-host.
Oh, right. He's on a server.
Yeah, with all these like famous influencers. And the only reason I saw it is because he was on there and he's flirting with the girl, and then his girlfriend in real life. Like all the people that are watching his stream saw that he was flirting with the girl in the game, and then they started commenting or like tweeting at his real life girlfriend, and she got all mad, started blowing him up, and then she came onto the game and told him like, "Fuck no, you're cheating on me," even though it's in the game. And then ultimately, the way that she was gonna forgive him is that he had to arrange a meetup with that girl in the game, and he had to shoot her in the face.
Like going more into like the game mechanics. You know how like shooting someone in the face, like what would happen to them if he did that?
They would die?
Not exactly. I mean, in real life, yes, of course. But in the game, they get downed. So I don't know.
Do they respawn?
All right, let me get more into the game mechanics. So the way it works is, at least in NoPixel, when there's... First of all, you have to apply to get in there. And it's super hard to get in there because they usually only... I don't know if it's specifically streamers, but there are a lot of streamers on there. I think there's regular people on there as well. But you have to apply, and I think you have to pay a fee to even apply to get in. And you can still get rejected. And then from what I've seen, I think some people get more priority than others. I think, and this is just me assuming, I think people that have been there since the beginning, I think they have priority. And I don't know how they give it exactly, but I'm assuming bigger streamers that they believe will benefit their growth, I think they give them priority. And once you're actually in the game, there's a lot of rules. There's a lot of things that you can and can't do. I don't know the complete rule set, but have you ever heard of metagaming?
No.
So the way it works is, let's say, oh fuck it, let's create a character. If you made a character, what would his name be?
Jerry.
What's his backstory? Usually, you don't have to have a long backstory. It could be something simple. Like, I moved into the city because I got kicked out of my old one, and that's it. And some people have, some people have more elaborate stories, obviously. But you're Jerry, and then you go in. So what metagaming is, if you were a streamer, and my character is... Guadalupe. That's my character. We're both independent from our characters. What Jerry knows and what Steven knows is completely different.
Mm-hmm.
So if something happens to Jerry in the game, if some random person kills Jerry, then if people text me, Pedro, hey, Jerry's in trouble, go help him. I can't act on that information because I'm Pedro. Guadalupe doesn't know. Guadalupe is in fucking somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't act on that information. If I get a text from someone, hey, Jerry, the character in the game, is getting beat up by this gang, go help him. I can't. I have to let you get beat up because Guadalupe doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I may know, and I can know that. But if all of a sudden someone texts me, hey, Steven's character is getting fucked up, go help him. And I act on that and I go help you, just randomly I'm doing something and then all of a sudden I go straight towards you. Like I know where you are.
Mm-hmm.
The exact spot where you're beating up and I help you, I could get banned from the server. Because that's metagaming. Me is independent from my character.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't know anything that my character knows. Because we're two different people. So that's how a lot of people get banned from metagaming.
Aha. I didn't know that. So how would you Guadalupe help Jerry? Somebody in the game would have to go and find you and tell you?
Exactly.
Is there a way to like DM through the game?
Yes. So you have a phone like in real life.
Uh-huh.
You have a phone. There's actually Twitter's actually on there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Sick.
But then this is where it gets like there's more rules with like the phone as well. So when you get downed, you can't open your phone. Technically, you can in the game. You can still take it out, but you can't contact anyone because it's supposed to be mimicking real life. Like if I get ran over and I get downed, I can't do anything.
Uh-huh.
And then this is where it gets like a little bit more complicated. Like let's say you were doing something solo and you get downed in the middle of the ocean. Well, fuck, what am I going to do? I'm just going to wait there? Usually there's a whole bunch of admins flying around invisible in the server, like making sure that no one's breaking any rules and helping out people. Like there's this one character who got downed, exact scenario that I said. He was driving a motorcycle, crashed, he flew off, and there's no one around. And he was down for about 15 minutes. And again, he can't call anyone because it's kind of trying to mimic real life. But there was an admin around, came out, helped them, and picked them up. I think the only thing you can do with your down is call EMS. So this is where it gets a little bit more complicated. There's the people that go in there, and then there's specific roles. There's EMS, and there's cops. And then the EMS, their main job is to just pick up people, really. So if you get down and you're by yourself, I believe you can send a message directly to EMS saying that you're down. But you can't tell any of your friends, yo, I'm down. Like if Jerry wanted to meet Guadalupe, you said, yo, let's meet up up north by the strip club. And then you're on your way and you get there. And I'm on my way and I get downed. And I'm down now. I can't send you a message, yo, I got down. I can't go. I have to wait till EMS comes, picks me up. I gain my health back, and then I can call you. So that's like there's a whole bunch of these little rules that you have to follow, but I think it makes like the world more fun.
And is there like a certain time that the world is like active, or is it like 24 hours?
24/7. There's things called tsunamis, and what tsunami is a server reset. So for a brief moment, like everything gets laggy and the server turns off and turns on. And it's just meant to reset the server so everything runs more smoothly and efficient. And from what they said, it helps with the server so a lot of the issues that you have when there's 50, hundreds, 200s, or even upwards of thousands of people in the city, there's mic issues. Like in real life. So if I'm talking to you, you know how we had the robotic sound? That's really common. And it's more of like a server issue. It's not really your mic or anything. It's just the server's like running on overdrive. Like the engine that's running it, like if it was a PC, the fans are fucking going. And it sometimes it struggles and certain people lag. Some people turn invisible. Just a server issue, just technical issues.
Right on. Okay, so then go in and do you get assigned your role, or do you get to pick what you want to be?
You get to pick whatever you want to be. You can be a cop, EMS, a regular person. Most people are criminals because that's how you make money.
Is there like a benefit to being a cop or a EMS? I'm assuming they would want to do something to entice more people to be on the opposite side.
No, I wouldn't say there's a benefit. It's just that's the character they want to play. It's more like that's what they want to... what the character they want to play wants to do. So that's what they go as.
Damn, that's sick.
So that when you brought up the crime thing, I was like, oh, that kind of reminds me. So one of the ways they make money is through robberies, actually, house robberies. The world that they're in is called Los Santos, and it's pretty much LA. Like Venice is there. They don't.
Yeah, that's what Los Santos is. LA. That's what they made it. That's how they designed everything.
Oh shit! So you're familiar with Los Santos?
Yeah,
that's where it takes place.
That's where San Andreas starts.
Well, shit. Then that's where it's at. And then they're in the most of the way people make money. From what I've seen, there's a couple different ways. You can get a real job at a burger shop, casino, mechanic. Those are the main ways. You can also rob houses. That's another way. And you rob houses to make the big bucks. You rob art, televisions, and music equipment. Those are the three main things that give you like the big bucks for robbing, or jewelry. Jewelry as in like diamonds.
Okay.
Those are the four main things that give you the most money robbing houses. And the place to rob is a place called Vinewood. I think it's modeled off of like Hollywood and what's Bel Air. It's kind of like the Bel Air of the city, where it's up on the hills and then there's big houses with big cars, fancy cars. You can also rob banks. Robbing banks has been the most recent way that people make money. And it's also a lot of fun because then there's certain rules to robbing a bank. Like usually you take a hostage, but you can't have a friend as a hostage. So you have to get someone randomly.
You always have to take a hostage.
Yes. All right. So when someone pulls a gun out at you, you can't pull a gun out back and shoot back. And one of the reasons is if you remember, like when you were playing GTA, the animation for it, it's kind of slow to take out a gun. It's not like you press a button and it's like, whoo. It's more like they do, like the character does this. They're standing and they have to like reach back and they take something out. And it takes a couple seconds for it to do that.
What if you already had a gun in your hand?
Then I believe that's fine. And so it's very situational based. So the whole thing for the server is to try to make it as, I don't want to say as real as possible, but it's more to like to have some kind of, to have fun, obviously, but also you're not trying to like grief anyone. You're also kind of trying to simulate like real world things that could potentially happen. So for the most part, if like you take a gun out on someone, they usually won't take a gun out on them and shoot back. Of course, there's situations where they were, like if there was like a gang fight, then yeah. That's why it's like situational based. But for the average person, if someone pulls a gun out on you, you're not going to reach out and take another gun out in most cases. So that's kind of one of the rules. So that's why you take out a gun on some random person that's not your friend and take them hostage. And usually they're pretty nice to the hostage. It's because it's also a game too. So you're not trying to really grief anyone.
Hey buddy, just chill. We're just going to cash out. Then we'll let you go.
Yeah, like people are like, hey man, you want a sandwich? You want some water? What's good? You know, because it's again, it's also a game and they're trying to have fun.
Yeah.
And ultimately, it's all pretty much content for their stream, their YouTube, or whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
For the bank robbing, it gets a little bit more complicated. You need hackers. You need a getaway driver. There's like certain rules with the cops and chases, and there's all these little rules. But it's ultimately to like make the game fun for the streamers and to make content for everyone. Have you heard of the newest mixtape called Sheesh?
What?
Someone came out with the song yesterday or a couple days ago called Sheesh. That's the title of the song.
Huh.
There's one streamer whose character is a girl called April, and so she came into the city first wanting to be a vlogger, and now she wants to have a record deal and a single. And
so she made us.
So there's a character in there who's, I think he's a music producer in real life. I don't know what he does specifically, but he definitely mixes and masters the song. So he has some kind of skill to actually make a song. She pretty much just met up with a character in game. She said, "Yeah, I'm trying to be this music star. I want to have a concert." And then he kind of, I think he took sound bits from either her stream or from things that she said, and he kind of just pieced it together.
Mm-hmm.
But in the game, she's saying, "Yeah, I'm trying to make it as an artist, and this is my hit single that I'm coming out with." And she played it to like different people, and everyone was kind of like, "Okay," you know, they're not expecting it to like be good at all, really. They're like, "Okay, let me hear this," and they're like, "Oh shit, oh." They didn't expect the quality that she was giving them, and you just heard the first drop. There's another drop, and then the third drop, and it's funny.
Yeah, I got more of the vibe of she's like a DJ, just looping things together.
Oh, I see. She kind of just did the ad-libs. I think someone actually produced and made the whole thing, but the idea is that's her hit single.
So she's gonna sing it or perform it? What's she gonna do?
I have no idea.
Right?
That depends whatever her character wants to do. I have no idea.
Has she had a concert yet?
No.
That would be sick, having all the players in the server like congregate together.
They did one time. Do you know XQC?
No.
He's probably one of the top 3 streamers in the entire on Twitch. There's a casino, and they had a special event where X was gonna get on a motorcycle and jump over the casino. So I think the plan was he was supposed to ride onto a ramp, jump up, and then parachute down and like land where everyone was sitting down. Kind of like I'm trying to pick out a place in real life. Let me see. Kind of like a 3-story building that has a restaurant on the top, or maybe even like a bigger one. You know the revolving one in LA? Is there a part where it's open on the top? It's enclosed, right? Mm-hmm. Imagine it wasn't revolving and it's just a regular restaurant on the top, 10th floor or 11th floor, and it's open at the top, and someone gets a motorcycle and ramps up there and kind of just parachutes down. And that was the whole event. And they're selling tickets to that and to a fighting match. So fighting is a little weird too, because you remember how to fight in GTA, where it's kind of, how should I say it, wonky, I guess is the best way to say it, where you kind of like throw a punch, but you also punch like this, kind of with your elbow. You're like, ah, it's kind of weird, and I think it only takes like 3-4 punches for you to get down. So the mechanic to technically fight is to run in a circle and to punch, and that's the best way to fight. Which in a real fight, obviously that doesn't make sense, but in the game mechanics, it does, because you're avoiding people, but you're also building momentum to throw the punch in the game.
Okay.
So they had a special event where people were calling out people like, "Yo, I'm calling you out, 1v1 me," and they would fight till they were down. And that was a big event as well, where I think 30, 40, I want to say it was like 50 plus people would show up, which is a lot of people. Like, it's a lot of people streaming from different locations, like meeting up in this like very specific place where you get like a lot of issues, a lot of technical issues, but it's also there's a lot of hype behind it because of all the people like coming together, and a lot of them know each other in the game and also in real life. So it gets like, there's more hype behind it. So it made it pretty fun. But that's when you started with the robbery thing, which led me to the LARPing thing, which led me to like the GTA like roleplay, because it's technically roleplay what they're doing with their own specific rules, like in game and obviously out of the game as well.
Yeah, that's tight. I don't know what that was. I have seen videos of it, but never. I was just like, oh, cool. They're just playing GTA.
Yeah. They're kind of not playing GTA. They're just in the world, if that makes sense. Because they're not really doing missions. They're more just developing their character story. And that's it, really.
And none of it really gets recorded besides what they broadcast out to the stream?
Some people do play off stream, but most of it a lot of it gets recorded on stream.
But like, the actual story doesn't get recorded.
Overall?
Yeah, like you don't like you can't go back and watch somebody's like come up.
You can if only if they streamed it or recorded. If they didn't know. I think there are a couple people that don't stream and they just play. But for the most part, most people do play it online and record it in either via Twitch or via YouTube. Or maybe if someone has Facebook or any other streaming video platform, I'm sure they record it there. So you can follow most people, but I think there's a couple that don't. And obviously the admins are there just to, fly around the city, make sure everything's cool. When there's some certain characters like get stuck in between walls, that's obviously not role-playing. That's kind of a technical issue. Then the admins have to get involved, come down from like the heavens, uncloak themselves and be like, oh, you got stuck, let me get you out. Take them out and yeah.
Cool. Have you played it? Have you gotten in it?
I have. So I don't think they would allow me to be in it because again, it's you have to pay a fee and then they have to even approve you to be in there. Because I think so, and I guess
Do
it
they
kind
not
of
know who you are?
and I guess it kind of makes sense because again, they're streaming and imagine if some rando comes in there and just starts like yelling like the N-word to someone's stream or start playing like DMCA music, and then you just get them banned. And it's fucked up because then Twitch would just be like, doesn't matter. It was on your stream and they could just ban you for that. Like if I start playing a Taylor Swift song and I'm with someone, I could potentially get them banned. I think they might be understanding, but there's a possibility to get them banned. So that's why they want to make sure that everyone going in there is going to specifically to like role play. And that's why I think there's a lot of like streamers that kind of like already follow Twitch stream rules. So they're kind of already used to this. So they kind of allow them more of an opportunity to get in than just some rando.
Whack.
But there are other servers, obviously, where NoPixel is just the one specifically I'm talking about, but there's hundreds of other servers where you can just join randomly. So I could technically just join any of the other ones. As soon as I get my PC running, that is.
Jeez. No update?
No, I've had the update. My GPU is going to come in end of April, beginning of May.
Oh, okay. Are you getting new fans? Intake fans?
Wait, what about my OnlyFans?
Yeah.
No, wait, what'd you say?
I said, are you going to also get intake fans?
Oh, I'll be very honest with you. I don't even know what that is. I know what a fan is. I don't know what an intake fan is.
Because you have an exhaust fan and an intake fan.
Oh, of course,
so
of course.
The fan, it's usually like 3 or 2 in the front because you have a vent in the front. And that brings in the air, cool air, goes through your intercooler or whatever, and then your exhaust fan blows it out through the back where your inputs and outputs are. That's usually how it works.
To be honest, I don't even know what I have. I haven't even looked at it.
Jeez.
It's still in the box.
Literally the worst.
I haven't looked at it.
Well, I saw it when you pulled it out. You literally have that space all open. I don't know if they're trying to put in your graphics card first and then fit everything else after that.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure you just don't have them at all. So you're gonna end up needing them.
How much would they be?
Cheap.
100?
You get the whole set and a radiator for like probably 100.
That's not bad. I could get them then. So right now I just have just a regular fan that comes in, the outtake fan. Just the one that comes with it, with the case, I'm assuming?
I don't know if it came with it. It might have came with your intercooler. I don't know. Well, I didn't see the top. I don't know if you have vents on the top. So your fans could be there too. No idea.
Me neither. Well, I could always just talk to my cousin who built it. I guess he's been building PCs lately. I think he's built like 4 or 5 before mine. I think mine was like the 6th. So I think he knows my system better than me.
Looks like he knows what he's doing. The wiring was pristine.
I know. Did you see it? On point.
Bitch, you hadn't even seen it. Jeez.
I haven't.
Oh my goodness.
I don't want to take it out. I don't want to get excited about having it if I can't even use it, because then it's just there.
Yeah.
I can't use it.
So what? Learn the ins and outs of it.
Once I get it running.
We're not have to build one.
Wait, you have the parts though.
Yeah, but I don't have all the parts. I have some parts. But now I have to get all brand new parts.
The ones that you have, can you still use them, or do you have to throw them away?
Technically, yeah, but it's kind of old now. It's 2-3 years old.
Do you think if someone broke into your house and robbed them, what's the profit on that?
Actually, I don't know. The way things are now, the scarcity in parts.
Hey, GPU parts on the rise.
Sheesh.
Are
we going to talk future tense or...
Wait, what do you mean future tense?
Yeah, because this obviously comes out...
I have no idea when.
So we'd be like, oh, damn, that Jake Paul fight just happened. Oh, fuck, how crazy was it? Or we can talk about it in a sense where it's still before and we're still speculating.
Oh, I see. Probably after. Yo, did you see the Jake Paul fight? Fuck, I couldn't believe...
Jeez.
Damn, I can't believe he won.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Okay. Damn, did you see that Jake Paul fight?
Fuck.
Can't believe he lost.
Shit. I know. I was really rooting for him, but fuck. All right, fuck it. Cut one more time. Let's say they tied, all right?
All right.
Damn, I can't believe they fucking tied. Holy shit. I did not expect this to be a draw.
I know. Whew. You know what? It's a fucking conspiracy. I think they only did it so they can rack more money for the second fight.
This just shows you when you work hard and dedication and grind it out, that even you can tie with the world champion.
Yeah. So those will fit perfectly.
All right, well, now we can use one of them, but we're leaving them all in. Wait, who do you think is really going to win?
I think, realistically, there's more money in Jake winning. Boxing's corrupt as fuck. Jake will end up winning via decision. I don't think it'll be a quick fight. And I don't think it'll be as competitive as they say it might be. So
it's a 10 round fight?
Is it 10 rounds? I think it's 8 rounds.
I have no idea. 8-round fight?
Yeah.
8 round, and how many minutes?
I think
per round.
1.5 minutes.
Wait. 1.5 minutes per round?
Mm-hmm. It's not a lot.
The fuck?
Might be 2 minutes, but it's
that's very short.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds kind of weird. I mean, I guess they really want him to fight like back and forth to go ham each round, I guess.
Yeah, but that's usually how boxing is. The main big fights, they're 3-minute rounds.
Are they really? I thought there were more.
Mm-mm. I know you're used to like the UFC
stuff. Am I just thinking about UFC?
5-minute rounds.
Damn, I'm tripping. I'm thinking about our rounds too, where they're 6 minutes. Because wait, for Thai sparring, it was 3 minutes 30 seconds, right?
Something like that.
Because I remember when I started rolling, I'm like, okay, this is just double. This shouldn't be too bad. And then I was like, fuck, ring bell, ring.
Yeah,
ring.
I really feel like they're gonna feel each other out the first couple rounds, and then Jake might just start unloading on Ben. Ben notoriously can take a hit, so he's just gonna like absorb it, and then Jake might tire himself out, and that's when Ben will attack with his wonky ass punches. But then ultimately they give it to Jake.
I saw a lot of memes going out about Ben's like dad bod. Like Ben coming in with a dad bod. Jake looking like in shape with like 6-pack and ripped.
But realistically though, like they just fought in the street, Ben would maul him.
When that teacher or when the brown belt came in from 10th Planet, I remember I saw him come in before like class started, not knowing that he was going to be an instructor. And he came in. I was like, "Oh, cool! This dude's first day," because he looked kind of out of shape, and he was like a 6 foot, like 280. I think he might weigh more than Ruben. He was a big boy, and I was like, "Oh, first day, cool." And he came in and like he was doing like movements that I couldn't do. He was like rolling in the way, like physically rolling and reaching for his hips. Where I was like, we were doing the truck and he was like getting the leg position real easy, and I'm like tightening my like stomach and trying to crunch into it. I'm like hold on, let me just and then he like went in like, no man, just gotta do this, and he grabbed my leg and just put it down. I was like just tight, now tying your leg right there, yeah, stretch them out, there you go. And then he's just like, no, you do it like this, and then he would do it, and then I would be like ow. And that's kind of what Ben reminds me of, how that other guy, he didn't look like he trained,
Mm-hmm.
But once he got in there, he was just doing all the moves with ease.
Yeah.
And that's how. If it was a real fight, I think that's why they don't want to do like Thai sparring or even just full blown MMA, because they would just get shitted on. But I think people would pay a shitload of money to watch that.
Yeah.
I think they might even get paid more than boxing, just in the anticipation of someone who's never fought or wrestled or done anything, just to watch them get shitted on.
Maybe.
And specifically, if it was like either of the Paul brothers and they did want to do like a full wrestling, kicks, punches, I think people would pay more in anticipation of seeing them get shitted on. But they wrestled before, didn't they?
I think Logan was good. But still, there's like levels to it.
Yeah, of course. Be honest. When you see me at the gym, you like looking like, yeah, that's. I hear whispers of another. Like people like whisper like, oh, Pedro, another, and then I think what they're saying is like, oh, he's in another level. I think that's what they say. I'm just guessing that's what they're saying.
Okay. Right on. I wasn't expecting that one.
No, they don't say that. But I do hear BD.
BD?
Yeah. And it's not the first thing that you're thinking of.
The first thing I thought was body double.
That's not at all what I expect. I was thinking more built different. That's what they say about me.
I've never heard anyone abbreviate built different. Like, yeah, bro, I'm BD.
This is BD.
I'm like, BD? Okay.
Anyway, they don't really say that. But we'll see how that actual fight played out.
Fuck. Oh, man. I'm definitely not paying for it, but yeah.
Hypothetically, illegally stream it if I could find it. Hypothetically, of course. Oh, hypothetical.
I would rather watch that one over that new promotion that they just started doing, the TikTokers versus YouTube, and they released the whole fight card for it.
It's actual TikTokers boxing
versus YouTubers.
New series?
No, it's like an actual event that they're trying to build, and I saw it and I was like, oh, this is kind of cringe. Because they have like this 30-year-old dude trying to like punk a 21, 22-year-old TikToker. And it's kind of cringe. Even though I think it's like just a big money grab.
I'm sure it is.
But it's kind of like...
All right, if we think about it like a fight, obviously it's not really a fight. I mean, I guess in like the physical aspect, I guess it is a fight. But come on, it's more like entertainment. That's really what you're paying for. You're paying for the entertainment. You're not really paying for the fight. Whereas if like two actual boxers competing for an actual belt, they're there to fight, to really fight. Well, here, so I guess if you look at it like entertainment, yeah, I guess it could be. It has the potential to be entertaining, but kind of risky.
Yeah. I guess they all have diehard fans. I'd say I'm more interested in tonight's fight. What if they end up doing YouTubers versus podcasters?
I think they will. I think that's where it's not YouTubers versus podcasters, but just people with a bunch of followers calling out other people with a bunch of followers. It could even be like rappers versus R&B fighting, like boxing. I think it's just, it looks like that's where it's going, but I don't know if it'll die out. I think it will, but I don't know.
But like, at what point is it so cringe that it's just like not cool?
Yeah, I think that'll happen faster than or slower, sooner than later. I think that'll happen, but we'll see. It just takes like one super cringe like fight to like. Where are you mean that in? This is lost.
Well, you heard it there first.
And that's a perfect way to end it.
We're two mics and some theories, and we're BD.
Yeah, yeah, we're BD.
Oh shit.
Wait, no, for real. Anything? Any final words before anything else?
No, not really. Go Ben Askren.
All right,
Just kidding. Go Jake.
we're go whoever.
Go whoever wins.
Or here,
I knew you would.
Say Jake.
Jake.
No, say Ben.
Ben.
All right, no. We'll just say go, and then we'll just edit in whoever won.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, go.
Jake.
Perfect. All right, we're BD. See you next time.
Peace.